folks, I'm Mecha May, and I'm a little robot girl. Today I'm going to give you some recommendations for fun, spooky Japanese cartoons to watch while you wait for Halloween. This kitty up there in the control booth is my engineer, Mewbot 5000, who's going to serve up our clips and keep things rolling. The anime I'm going to talk about will hopefully be new to many of you. I'm digging deep into the sepulchres of anime media to try to bring you some titles off the beaten track. Some might be commercially available, some are out of print, some were never officially translated into English to begin with, and may require a trip to the local Hells Angels Motorcycle Clubhouse to procure an illicit copy on VHS. I also want to point out a lot of these, even the ones meant for kids, contain an uncomfortable amount of slimy, tentacle-like objects being forced down people's mouths. I don't want to cast aspersions on the nation of Japan, but what the hell is up with that? Anyway, onto the list. First up is... No! Too scary! Too scary! Oh, yeah, that's better. This is Iczer 1 from 1985, and it's the 80s-est anime that ever 80s. It's an original video anime, and it contains the 3 T's of 80s Japanese animation: tentacles, tatas, and to lesbians. An ordinary schoolgirl has to help Iczer 1, who is trying to stop her fellow aliens from taking over the Earth. This sci-fi horror has been released in English at least once, and has some sequels, but the first OVAs stand on their own. If you like cute, shiny 80s style anime, you should hunt down the old US renditions dub, because it's hilarious. Not on purpose. Here we have The Curse of Kazuo Umezu, which is an original video anime from 1990, but it looks older owing to the fact that it's based on stories by legendary horror manga artist Ken Penders. Kazuo Umezu, hence the title. It might appear at first to be a fairly innocent, spooky campfire story starring glassy-eyed schoolgirls, but it's actually pretty violent and a little disturbing in some parts. The first story is about a beautiful transfer student and a girl in her class who becomes fixated on her, thinking about her constantly, even in bed at night. I wonder if that's subtext. Nah, cartoons don't have subtext. Anyway, you might think this is a normal vampire story, but it has a few twists and turns, and it's really pretty creepy. The second story is about schoolgirls in a haunted mansion, but not a fun one like Luigi's. This has never been officially released in English, but it should be. Decent fan sub copies can be found around and about the internet, especially on YouTube, though. Highly recommend this one. Next up is Devilman. That's right, all of it. Originally, it was a manga by legendary artist Go Nagai. It's been a TV show, novels, several OVAs, a few video games, and most recently a fantastic trip directed by Masaki Yuasa for Netflix. You can watch this 10-episode freak fest on Netflix, but if your tastes are more tame, you could try the original TV show from 1972, which was aimed at kids, but still way too violent for Western audiences. Many such cases. The first 2 episodes, at least, of the 70s Devilman TV show were on archive.org, but you didn't hear that from me. There's also a funny fansub of the manga Matsuri film Mazinger Z vs. Devilman, but again, you didn't hear that from me. Now this hot little number is 1973's Belladonna of Sadness, which is about as 1973 as something can get. It might look like a prolonged ad for Eve-filtered cigarettes, but really it's... Look, I don't like using language like this. I don't even like to broach the subject, but there's no way around it. This is an art film. This should probably have a trigger warning because there's a lot of SA, especially at the beginning, but it ends on a weirdly inspiring note, and in between there's a lot of beautiful, trippy 1973 energy that really makes it worth watching. Next up, we have 1986's Root Search, which is not about someone who just turned 40 frantically combing through his hair to pluck out any grays. It's more of a sci-fi horror film set on a space station, and, well, okay, it's an Alien knockoff. And there were so many Alien knockoffs in the 80s, I can't even tell you, but it's pretty creepy. Some of you have likely heard of a little artist named Rumiko Takahashi. I know, she's pretty underground and obscure, but aside from creating things like Ranma 1/2, Urusei Yatsura, and Inuyasha, she's also done lots of short manga stories, many of which have been made into original video anime, because pretty much anything she does is the license to print money. These Rumik World stories run the gamut from comedy to romantic drama to romantic comedy sci-fi, but she's also done a fair amount of horror stories, and Laughing Target was animated in 1987 as an OVA. It's the story of a love triangle between a girl, a kind of dumb guy, and an insanely jealous demon. Yes, I know I just described the first several chapters of Urusei Yatsura, but it's also Laughing Target, which is a very different tone altogether. Now to inject a little class into the proceedings, this next title is Beast City. Well, most people translate it to Wicked City, but I call it Beast City, and this is my video. If you're looking for something creepy with lots of scary monsters, but also lots of boobs and questionable sexual content, but it also has to look real classy and expensive, this is the OVA for you. It was made by Madhouse in 1987, and while it looks great, I should apply some trigger warnings to it. All the trigger warnings, really. But if you like a little vagina dentata, give it a try. Discotek released it on DVD in 2016. Speaking of trigger warnings, next is another anime film that should be considered one big trigger warning. 1992's Midori, adapted from a manga by Ero Guro legend Suehiro Maruo. It's a weird, dreamlike story of an absurdly innocent little girl who gets tricked into joining a terrifying circus sideshow. And let me tell you, I'm pretty sure anyone who touches this gets put on some sort of federal list. The whole thing is so over the top, it's a little hard to take it seriously, but still, the indignities heaped upon poor Midori may be too much for some folks. Next up, we have... Oh no! No, too scary, too scary! No, no, no! Oh god, oh god! Thank God. Next up is 1991's Kyofu Shinbun. Now this is real mysterious right here. There's not much about this on the internet, and the only copy I found is a homemade DVD with Chinese subtitles. It's based on Jiro Tsunoda's manga from 1973, about a boy with psychic powers being menaced by a big floating head and a newspaper only he can see. The copy I have also has a confusing live-action segment, filmed on videotape, in which Tsunoda visits a haunted hotel? I don't even know where this DVD came from, but I'm pretty sure it's cursed. And finally, for you wimps out there, something a little lighter. Try Yokai Ningen Bem, a TV show from 1968, which has conveniently been recently released in English by our friends at Discotek. It's also been remade this century in both animation and live action, and it features a family of monsters who want to live like the human, though I can't imagine why. For more information about Bem and other spooky anime not in this video, you can check out Dave Merrill's classic anime blog, Let's Anime, and I'll put a link in the description. So that's our little list of lesser-known anime horror for you to hunt down and kill. Watch. If you have a favorite animated horror film, or if you've seen any of the cartoons I've just talked about, leave a comment and let us know what you think. I'll be back soon with more stuff you may not have heard of, so stay tuned. In the meantime, Mewbot5000, the Shags, and I wish you a happy Halloween.
It's time for scream. It's Halloween, it's Halloween. The ghosts will spook, the spooks will scare. Why, even Dracula will be there. It's time for games, it's time for fun.